have to give credit to my husband, because if it wasn't for him, I would not have taken the meeting.
Yes.
I watched, so this is based on a web series that Macro produced, that Marvin and Linda wrote, and it went to Sundance. It got a lot of attention, and then they developed the TV show. And so when they sent out the script, they also sent out the web series. And I literally watched it like 37 times. And Sterling was like, I think you should take that meeting. And I felt weird, because I really felt strongly that the show should have a Latinx showrunner. And Sterling was like, don't say that in the meeting. But I said it in the meeting because I felt that it was important to address. I said, look, I'm half Korean American and I'm half African American, and if I was working on a show about an African American family or about a Korean American family, I would want an Asian or a Black showrunner, ideally. And so I brought it up in the room, and they said that at one point they did have a Latinx showrunner attached. He had to leave for personal reasons. He had a family emergency. And then I said, okay, well, y'all, at least y'all tried. And then I pitched why I felt I could speak to this issue. And I said, it's the unique combination of being African American and walking through this world in this skin, and also being first gen and having grown up with a mom who speaks a different language, having to advocate for her, having to, pick up the phone and talk to people when she's having a problem communicating with them, having to rewrite her she had these work summaries that she had to turn in, having to rewrite them in perfect English for her so that she could look good while I was a Hollywood assistant working crazy hours. So I could understand, I call it the blessing and the burden of being first gen. And I felt like, it's so interesting, there's a moment in this episode where Pop says, do you know that brunch is breakfast and lunch? There was a moment in the room when we were pitching on this scene, and I said to one of the writer's assistants, I said, I bet you $10 my mom does not know that brunch is a combination of breakfast and lunch. And they were like, $10. And I called my mom and I said, Mama, do you know what brunch is? And she was like, it's the meal that we eat on the weekend. I said, oh, you don't know that it means the BR is from breakfast and the UNCH is from lunch? And she was like, oh. And she started laughing on the phone. I was like, we're using that, we're putting it in.